Morning, America. Yeah, it's not gray anymore. Yep, I dyed my beard, so don't get all excited like I changed or something. It's a different man. It's still me, still coming at you. One people, one voice, one purpose, one choice. Touching on the subject that I talked about before. I was flying back to Philadelphia from Wisconsin, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. And you know something? I want to give kudos to somebody out there who emailed me on YouTube, and he told me that the videos I made touched his heart. We got radio shows, we got late night shows, daytime shows, we got all kind of media. Cup of Joe, Oprah Winfrey's, the Sallys, the Annies, all kind of shows that they think depicts America. Here's the point. How many of these shows actually have anyone of average America on their shows? You got to be some celebrity. So some celebrity. You got to be some asshole like Donald Trump. Or you got to be some fake ass singer like Justin Bieber before they have you on their show. Come on, man. This is what I'm talking about. One people, one voice, one purpose, one choice. It's something I created because it's about people. It's not about celebrities. It's not about presidents. It's not about the jerks and egotistical morons out here. It's about real people. I'm talking about everyday people. Cup of Joe and all these other shows, Fox News, the bigoted, racist hypocrites of society. I'm not talking about these people. I'm talking about everyday working class people, poor people, disabled, elderly. These are the peoples that need to be put in the limelight. Because we are those who struggle. We are those who go through all the aristocratic BS that trickles down from Capitol Hill. How come you don't put us on these shows so we can give our views? I guess somehow that's not popular. American people aren't popular with each other unless we do something stupid like go in and blow away 14 people or go into a movie theater and start shooting up a whole bunch of people. That's when we become important. And that's the irony of a lot of this stuff, the stupidity behind the media. It's engulfed in sensationalism. You're not important in this country unless somehow you're some kind of serial killer or some kind of eccentric, self-fulfilled ass celebrity. You know, this is what it's about. You know, the show I will make is a show about everyday people, and I'm not talking about some hypocritical reality show either, because that's another thing. It's no reality show about real people. It's a reality show about, morons. I don't care about the Kardashians. I don't care about rich basketball players or football players. Those people got it easy. I mean, their their life is made. I ain't concerned about all that. I'm concerned about real people, everyday people. And to get back to what I told you about, it concerns men and women, and mostly relationships. And it has taken me back. Excuse me for a minute. It's taken me back because I talked to somebody online for a long time. That that whole cliche about dating sites. And you talk for a long period of time, you think you know a person. You go out and visit, and like I said, it's relationships are like a job interview. You got to put your best foot forward. Here's my philosophy. You want to really get to know somebody? Here's what you do. You drink with them. And that's a guy, a one-on-one. A woman, you want to really get to know a woman? You live with her. Then you find out who the real woman is. Because somehow in this society, we can't be real. We can't be who we truly are. We have to somehow put on this facade. And it's like I said before in my other video about the bad boys or the rich guys or the sugar daddies or sugar mamas of the world. That is not what relationships is about. In fact, I have a conversation with a dear friend of mine that I love dearly, and we talked about relationships today and the lack of love. It's a different kind of love out here. And it's true. See, I was spoiled because I found when I was growing up what real love meant. That you stuck with somebody. Regardless what you went through. Because I was raised on a farm in South Jersey. And the work was hard as hell. And trust me, you had to be committed. You had to love somebody to stick out living on a farm. That is not any career for the weak or faint at heart. Don't get me wrong. Because that's some shit you got to go through. And any woman and any man who can stay together in that environment, in that particular time, back in the 50s and 60s, trust me, this stuff we go through today, baby, is mediocre. It is like sliding down a hill, easy as hell. But the difference today, and the difference that it was back then, there was a commitment. And I grew up with 5 other sisters. So back in that day, it's not like what we have today. You ain't got all these gadgetries and all this laptops and iPods, iPhones and internet and all this stuff like that. It was life. What you raised, you ate. What you grew, you ate. And I ain't ashamed to admit it. We didn't even have an inside bathroom. But the most critical point, and this is what I tell you out there today, YouTube, we had the most important ingredient that is missing today. And it's just not in relationships. It's in society. It's one-on-one with each other. And you know what that is? It's love. And somehow this love thing, doesn't coincide with sex. Because get that straight. Sex ain't got nothing to do with love. It just doesn't. If you ain't making love to a woman or a man, sex ain't got nothing to do with it. So in all intents and purpose, I will always say we have to get back to our old values in this country. And as far as relationships are concerned, we have to get back to old values. And everybody has their opinion on the homosexual aspect. Everybody has their opinions on same-sex marriages and things of that nature. I don't care. Because marriage is an institution of beauty. It's a sanctuary. It's a place where two people who really and truly love each other live a life together. And what's important about that is that they are committed to making that marriage or that relationship work no matter what it takes. And I'm sorry, 2012, 2000, going back to 1999, the 90s, this started depleting. Because there is no more commitment no more. There is no working at a relationship or working at a marriage anymore. It's more like, what can you do for me? That Janet Jackson syndrome. What have you done for me lately? And Eddie Murphy and his comedic show. What have you done for me lately, Eddie? We laugh at it, but it's reality. I want half. Half of what? If you're building a true relationship, a true communication between two people of the opposite sex, your thought process is nothing about ending. Your thought process is keeping. Keeping the bonds of love connected, like with your child. You don't ever want to break away from that endearing love that you have for those people. You want to keep it going on forever till you close your eyes for the last time. Those people that you have that endearing love with, you want those people around you. But somehow that's not even important anymore. It's running and chasing gadgetry, running and chasing that American dream, the lottery, becoming like a millionaire and chasing the materialism and engulfed in this illusion that money makes you happy. Don't get me wrong, money helps. I'll be the first person to tell you that. And I always said, I never want to be rich. I just want to live comfortable. And that's the most important thing. Because in living comfortable, you're happy. And what is happiness? Having your needs met. And a lot of you people out there, and I understand, don't get me wrong, I understand because I've been there myself. You're in this protective mode, this happened to me and that happened to me, and I got to protect myself because I'm just not going to happen to me no more. Let me tell you something about in that protective mode. It's a lot of pity party. It's a lot of that little bird with the broken wing syndrome. I need help. I need help. Somebody help me. Please get off your ass and help yourself. And what that means is stepping up to the plate. I don't care how many times you get hit with the ball, and it hurts. Trust me, I got hit with the ball upside my head. I got hit in the ball in my ear. Trust me. And when you get up at that plate again, yeah, there's indecisiveness. But you still get up there and you hit the ball. And when I was a kid, the last time I was up there to play, I almost hit a home run. That's what I'm talking about. You're never going to get anything out of life being timid. or being a pity party person. I've got hurt to the core of me by a woman I'm with right here today. But you know something? There's a learning process. And you know what that learning process is? Life is full of disappointments. It's full of pain. It's full of happiness, joy, laughter. Hell, it's what you make it. If you think it is going to be a perfect situation, it's not. You're only fooling yourself. It's like a lot of Christian people out there into this mindset that everything, is going to be perfect. That God somehow is going to rain down, all these happy moments in my life. No. Those moments you make in your life, you make it yourself. Is God a part of that? Yeah, he is. And I'm not in here to get in on a religious subject. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is a true relationship with a man and a woman. And I don't care what people feel about homosexuality. That's your personal preference. Do I condone it? Hell no, and I never will. I ain't gonna condone a man-to-man or a woman-to-woman relationship, and I don't care what people say. And I have friends who are gay. Trust me, I am not that closed-minded. Not to think that there's people out there who have, certain sexual preferences. You got a bunch of deviants out there, pedophiles. I don't agree with that either. But on a man-to-woman relationship, and I said this, and I mean it with all my heart and soul, we need to be blind. Totally 100% blind. Because this way we know that what we hear, not what we see, what we hear, the words. And the longer we hear those words, it personifies something unique. And that is something that reaches the innermost parts of our heart. And it ignites the passion in our soul. And it springs forth a water of a living love. Because we're not going by what we see. Especially a man to a woman. A beautiful face, big tits, nice ass, nice body, curves, the whole 9 yards. Woman to a man, nice looking hair, nice looking smile. Got a handsome face, got a nice muscular body. He's got junk in his trunk. Understand one thing. It's immaterial. It's all immaterial. Because sooner or later, guess what? It all depletes. The big tits start to sag. The nice ass starts to sag. The junk in the trunk, not like it used to be. The muscle turns to fat. The handsome face gets wrinkles. The pretty face gets wrinkles. What then? That's the point that I'm talking about. That's the real part. What then? What then when you walk into your bedroom and that woman or that man takes off their clothes and they don't look like they used to look? What then? Or when you look at them in the mirror, or you're sleeping next to them and they begin to snore. What then? This is what I'm talking about, is that you work at something. Because if you can appreciate a woman in her youthful moments, you can appreciate her growing old with her. Because she's just still the same woman, the same man, vice versa, that you fell in love with, or supposedly fell in love with. Because true love, mind you, doesn't change. And that's with me. See, I've been in relationships where I love the person with love you don't even find nowadays. But sometimes when a person don't appreciate that love, absence makes them appreciate it. I walk away. Not walk away because I hate them. No. I walk away because it's a period of time when people become unappreciative. They become ingrates. Because what you sacrifice and what you give, they expect it. And you no longer are a priority. You're a choice. And I've been in a certain relationship for 10 years. And trust me, the love is there like it was when I first met her. Because don't even form that mess in your mouth that love doesn't exist. Yes, it does. It's determined by the individual. If you're selfish, self-centered, self-absorbed, you'll never find love. Because love is a sharing process. If you're not willing to share and compromise, and that means everything that you have and possess, you'll never find love. If you think it's a one-way street, no. It's a dual highway. And if you think it's a one-way street, I'll tell you right now, it'll run into a dead end. I have something that's very unique and very special. Because I have someone in my life, and always been there, mind you, since I met her, and that was like 10 years ago. And I think it's the reason why I'm making this video, because I got a wake-up call. You can search around this world for something that is already right before your eyes. And you think that this grass is greener on the other side syndrome. No, it's not greener. And I'll be the first one right now to tell you it's not greener. I'll be the first one to tell you the stupidity and the mistakes I made by leaving my home and thinking that something is greater out there. It's not. Looking for that quote unquote, perfect relationship. There is no perfect relationship. There is no perfect woman. A cliche was once said, no, she's not perfect, but she's a perfect fit for me. That's where I'm at right now. No, she's not perfect, but she's a perfect fit for me. And I don't have a problem with the opposite sex. I've been in multiple relationships with women. One-on-one or even not one-on-one. It doesn't matter. It's like the song says. I got major problems in my life. But a woman ain't one. And she'll never be one. But there is innately that one who personifies and ignites that love in your heart and soul. And I know in my leaving and coming back, I created problems for myself. But it's only when you're honest with yourself that you'll find love. and being honest with yourself, and being that person who will stand up and say to yourself, I messed up. Because you have to go back to that person and look them in the eye. And what do you do then? So what I'm saying today is, if you're in a relationship and you're just hanging on just for the ideal of that relationship, get out. If you're with a man or a woman, vice versa, I don't care, and you don't feel like you're appreciated anymore, that it's just a routine, get out. And I've done that. I've lived in a one-room motel rather than deal with a person who doesn't appreciate me. And no, it's not easy. Yeah, you go through depression. Yeah, you cry. Yeah, you go through all the pain and the absence. But when you go back to that person, they appreciate you more. I'm a runner. That's what what my friend called me, a runner. Because when things get tough, I run. It's not that I'm a runner. It's that there's only so much I'll put up with. And after that, after a period, and I think there's a time in every relationship where people need to be absent from each other, because it does get routine. And I don't know about anybody else, I hate routine. It's like making love to a person. It's got to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever the case may be. No, it is whenever you want it to be, or wherever you want it to be. If it becomes a routine, it's not making love. We're not lab rats, although some of us are. If I can say anything to you people out there in YouTube land, Facebook land, Twitter land, the greatest love you'll ever possess in this life is love for you. And until we get to that point, receive that epiphany of loving me, forgetting about all what happened in the past, it's all said and done. You can't bring it back. You can't relive. You can't correct those mistakes. And you're a fool if you ever think that's going to happen. It's not going to happen. If you can't love that woman with every fiber of your heart and soul, hell, let her go. Let him go. Because you deserve more. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be embraced with hands that love holding you, with lips that love kissing you, with a person that loves making love to you. And if you think these little little innuendos, these little escapades of love and of sex personifies love, I'm here to give you a wake-up call. And until next time, one people, one voice, one purpose, one choice. I'm coming at you. And one of these days, we're going to get together and put together a show and network this. And we're not going to talk to celebrities and all those people of privileged lives. We're going to talk to average people. Because to me, they're more important to me than the 1% out there who think they have everything. Until then, God bless. I'm out.